Well, it looks like it's explanation time again. You see, back in the month of March, BourgProductions and I had a debate on his YouTube channel comments, to which he admitted that I won. Since then, he patched things up with T-Bone 2004 and ceased from being the anti-T-Bone 2004. Despite this, he still made rants that were just ludicrous at best. You guys know the usual yada yada, with him doing poor research and all. The only rant of his that might have been okay was his IWC and wrestling fans rant. Other than that, But anyway, long story short, BourgProductions made a rant on a YouTube commentator named Illinois Guy 34 out of spite because Illinois Guy was highlighting all of Berg's failures on DeviantArt for the most part. This rant sparked 3 poorly done commentaries, but this one in particular really takes the cake. Now, why am I telling you guys this? It's simple, really. To give you some background information as towards what's been going on with this whole BourgProductions drama, and because this kid is late as hell when it comes to this particular commentary topic. BourgProductions basically gave up ranting and all, but I feel this kid was just struggling to find commentary material and jumped on the latest bandwagon he could find. Even though BourgProductions and Illinois Guy 34 aren't beefing with each other. What really gets me is the fact that this kid made a 21-minute commentary out of an 8-minute rant. Oh goody, a generic compilation introduction that lasts for nearly 30 seconds. It's skipping time.
Hey guys, Sampson here, and I'm back with another commentary. Today's commentary is going to be on BourgProductions, aka the anti-T-Bone 2004.
Like I said, BourgProductions ceased from being the anti-T-Bone 2004 about 2 months ago.
And, I'm just gonna call him the anti-Patron 2004, because that's well-fitting.
The anti-Patron 2004? What is he, some sort of Autobot or something? Last time I checked, Patron was spelled Patreon.
And since he calls Illinois Guy 34 Illuminati Guy 34. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hello everyone, this is BourgProductions with a rant on Illini Guy 34.
His name is actually Illini Guy 34, and whatever you pronounce it, I don't care.
If you didn't care how he pronounces Illinois Guy's name, then why did you bother correcting him in the first place?
aka Illuminati Guy 34.
What gave you the idea that his name was Illuminati Guy 34? What, because it sounds similar to Illuminati? I don't get it.
It couldn't be because BourgProductions, with this although dry humor, that he's trying to make fun of Illinois Guy 34. That, and because Berg felt it was easier to say Illuminati Guy 34.
This user has been controversial for his social media style rants, his hatred for Encyclopedia Dramatica, and his fanboyism for John Enter. What I'm going to present is evidence to prove that Illini Guy 34 is an egotist and a social media whore. What I refuse to talk about in this rant is the fact that he sold out the Patreon because it is a waste of time.
Of course you're going to insult Illini Guy for using a patron because that's what you've always done. Insult people for using a patron. You know, just because somebody uses patron doesn't mean they're automatically bad.
First problem I have with Illini Guy 34 is his username. What is an Illini Guy? What happened to the other 33 Illini Guys? They probably got terminated when they opposed this guy. This is why I've called him Illuminati Guy 34, because that username makes more sense and proves that he is a representative of the YouTube elitists. There is another name I could come up with, but Illuminati Guy 34 is already offensive enough to the conservative users on YouTube. Second problem with Illuminati Guy 34, he's a ripoff of I Wait Commentary, aka MacBoy Redux.
Fake laughter, joy. The thing is with this painfully obvious laughing is that what BourgProduction said wasn't even funny to begin with. That's why your laughter doesn't work, and you're not owning BourgProductions either, especially considering how overly exaggerated the laughter is.
Oh my god, you cracked me up right there. I mean, you saying that Illinois Guy 34 is a ripoff of MacBoy Redux? How was he a ripoff if he came before MacBoy Redux? Oh.
To the very root. How? First off, I Wait Commentary's sense of humor. I'll link a few videos in the description to back up my point. Second, Illuminati Guy 34 has the same voice as I Wait Commentary. Are these gentlemen long-lost brothers? There's a possibility. Listen to their voices and you'll see what I mean.
If you actually watch that whole thing through, you'd realize that he's not bitching about the cartridge itself, he's complaining about how the company's different.
Also, you said there shouldn't be a sacrifice in comedy, yet you're whining, oh, they're making jokes. I mean, make up your mind, man.
In all seriousness, though, how do they sound the same? Seriously, explain. How do they sound exactly the same? I mean, seriously, one uses a cartoon character and one uses a Power Rangers avatar. They do not sound the same.
You were doing so well, up until you said that. First off, what does pictures that are used to represent oneself have to do with the way that a person sounds at all? I'm just curious is all.
And you could have easily used this to audio duct while he was setting everything up. Also, he ends up dragging this point out much longer than necessary, so skipping!
Are you fucking kidding me? Really? 2 out of 3? Oh yeah, it supports his claim, even though it didn't... You even admit it didn't take place at a school. Are you fucking stupid?
Refer to my last statement about them not being the same, as I am not repeating myself.
Well, good. After that terrible point you just made, it doesn't need to be reiterated anyway.
Third problem. Illuminati Guy 34 is a social media whore. Don't believe me? According to the search engine on Google, Illuminati Guy 34 has a Facebook, Twitter, and DeviantArt account.
Are you kidding me, Berg? Seriously, are you joking? What's the problem with Illinois Guy having other accounts? Seriously, it's not your problem. And why do you care if has other accounts? You're nitpicking, just like this guy. Great job, dude.
Care to explain who, quote-unquote, this guy is? I don't know who he is. You can't just assume that everyone is gonna know who you're referring to.
Which I will elaborate later on why it's a big deal. Much like everyone else that wants to be popular on YouTube, Illuminati Guy 34 will use these sites to help spread his elitist agenda, so channels including mine will forever be ridiculed. This is the kind of guy that has helped get popular channels terminated for violating community guidelines, even though there is no evidence to prove it.
How does he get other channels banned? Elaborating. What's that?
Fourth problem. Illuminati Guy 34 has a reputation for censoring criticism just like his Lord and Savior John Enter. Where's the proof? This comment was originated by Illuminati Guy 34 on a rant on John Enter from a user named Jacob Jones.
Hey dude, could you zoom in on the comment because I can barely see it?
I can read it just fine. Here's what it says. You took Encyclopedia Dramatica, a satirical site that was never meant to be taken seriously or used as a reliable source, seriously. Words cannot describe how stupid you are. I don't see where you're trying to get at with the whole, I don't see the comment thing, other than maybe you have bad vision. If that's the case, then I'm sorry.
A user by the name of QRRBRBIRLBEL went back and forth with Illuminati Guy 34 over the whole Encyclopedia Dramatica mess, which I'm about to get to very soon. Also, the opposers of John Enter massively flamed Illuminati Guy 34, saying that trolling and cyberbullying are the same thing. Guess what, Illuminati Guy 34? If you try making a video justifying trolling and cyberbullying, odds are you are going to get trolled big time.
I'm actually kinda confused at this point. Come on, help me, Berg. I'm pretty lost at this point. I mean, Illini Guy even likes the video? I don't get it.
Likes what video? And also, Berg just told you what his point is. In the midst of his jibber jabber, he said at the very end that if you make a video trying to justify trolling and cyberbullying, then more than likely, you'll end up getting trolled for it. All you gotta do is pay attention. Believe me, it can do wonders for you.
So tone down on your fanboyism for John Enter. No, I'm not revising my rants on John Enter because it's not worth the rage at this point.
Okay, I will have to agree with you there. I'll let that one slide. But you get nothing else but negativity.
What do you mean by quote-unquote negativity? Do you mean the backlash he gets for his rants, or are you attempting to counter his points? Obviously it's the second one, but you need to be more specific with this stuff.
Fifth problem. Encyclopedia Dramatica. According to his commentary on my rant on John Enter, he cut away the evidence I presented courtesy of Encyclopedia Dramatica over John Enter being a ripoff. Illuminati Guy 34 didn't just cut away to state the obvious and skip. He cut me off in the middle of my point.
He cut you off because it was a troll site. That's why Illini Guy cut you off. Because you're taking a troll site too seriously.
Are you really trying to justify cutting people off in the middle of their point? Here's the thing. No matter how absurd a point may appear, how in the world can you counter a point if you don't hear or see the entire point in question? Let's put this into perspective. Let's say that I have a school book report that I need to work on, and the book that I was assigned was boring as hell. I decide that I don't want to finish reading the book, and I only read the first half and got started on the report. Report requires all the information in the book from start to finish. Well, guess what? I never read from start to finish, so I can't complete the report. Or the report was half-assed, and thus resulting in a poor grade. When you're commentating, it's all about countering points and correcting flaws. But you can't do so if you don't hear or see the entire point, or else your credibility is going to be deducted by the viewer. Plain and simple.
If you want to be a credible commentator, in the words of Rhino Mills and many other commentators, let the user in question finish what they are saying before you cut away.
Okay, I will have to let you slide on that.
But you just said not too long ago that you weren't going to agree with him anymore. Be a man of your word, or don't say it at all.
But here's something I would like to say. maybe he just deal with it and get used to it. I mean, it's none of your business.
It's none of his business that he's the one who got commentated on and pointed out something that a commentator shouldn't do. Man, that was a really horrible point right there. It practically made no sense at all considering that you agreed with him to begin with. Talk about inconsistency.
Otherwise, don't do commentaries.
Yeah, Illinois guy, don't do commentaries because BourgProduction is a tough guy and he'll make you quit commentaries. By the way, that's sarcasm.
Oh really? I hadn't noticed. Thanks for filling me in. But anyway, it wasn't funny at all. Plus, Berg actually brought up a legitimate point, and all you can do is make terrible jokes that make very little sense, if at all. Way to prove Berg Productions wrong, Sean.
You know why I don't do commentaries? Simple. Introduce my video. Talk about the user in question. Find an avatar. Let the user in question be introduced. Cut away. Continue to the video. Cut away. And the cycle keeps repeating. That's why, in my opinion, the ranting community is better than the commentary community.
In my opinion, I think the commentary community is doing much better than the ranting community because you want to know why? Because Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, and Disney Channel rants are overused and they keep on getting worse. I mean, Michelle Brock did a rant on Nickelodeon, Emma Cruz did a rant on Nickelodeon and Disney Channel, and Orange Mario 5 did a rant on Nick Jr., which those three videos are awful. And don't forget about that one hilarious video that Pit Rocks did a commentary on. I do gotta agree with the Pit Rocks because that video was horrendous.
Much like this video I'm commentating on right now. Isn't that a coincidence?
Anyways, so yeah, in my opinion, the ranting community is even worse than the commentary community.
Okay, so now we've resorted to countering opinions with opinions. That's great. What I got out of this was, my opinion is better and superior to your opinion, is all I'm saying. I give you some credit for providing examples though, but next time, try to counter actual points presented that you don't agree with instead of just trying to say something for the sake of interjecting.
Maybe you should try it sometime, Illuminati Guy 34.
He has done rants. Research, what's that?
Back on the Encyclopedia Dramatica thing. He griped about Encyclopedia Dramatica being a satirical site. Now here's my main problem with Illuminati Guy 34. He claims it's a satirical site, yet he griped about it in several rants on his DeviantArt account. Therefore he's actually taking it seriously, thus making him a butthurt hypocrite.
Dude, he said it was a satirical site because it was a troll account. So that means you're taking the site too seriously. Jeez.
Illuminati Guy 34, calm down, will you? Just because Encyclopedia Dramatica is a satirical site does not mean it can't present factual evidence.
IMFTXD.
No, the factual evidence part was pretty chuckle-worthy because of the exaggeration in his voice. In short, he may be bad at acting, but you are far worse from what I've seen, and in my opinion.
Not counting the docs of many people, there are reasons why people earn spots on that site. Whether it's internet drama from the likes of Chris Chan, Spax3, Sailor Moon Red 1, or stupid skits from Smosh or Ray William Johnson. There are factual truths that get people to visit the site constantly. Final problem, his beef with me. Oh yes, I saved the best for last, And here's what makes him look like Eustace Bagg, which is bad. It all started on March 1st, 2015, when I made 3 controversial videos. One of them being on John Enter for legitimately griping about his Patreon page. Another being on Rhino Mills. No, I'm not going to revise that rant since it would be a lost cause among the fanboys of Rhino Mills. Even though I apologized in his parody on me, I still don't like Rhino. Then there's a third video he commentated on, which is my 2 cents on Patreon. My point still stands on many things, including what I would personally support. Animation and cooking shows.
So you're proving that you're being butthurt by saying that Illinois guy is basically...
What's up with all the pausing and fumbling for words? You see, I think this is what dragged the timing in your video.
So you're being butthurt because Illinois guy did a commentary on you. Excuse me for a second.
Oh, so this is why your video is 21 minutes long. Skipping once again.
What is wrong with you, Berg? Seriously, what is wrong with you? Illinois guy did a commentary on your videos because you're basically being butthurt towards the guys who that have a Patreon. Well, here's some advice. Please don't be butthurt anymore.
And please don't make god-awful commentaries anymore. Or is that demanding too much?
And also, you hate somebody just because they did a commentary on you. How butthurt could you possibly get?
I don't know how you missed that he's also being stubborn because he got commentated on and still clinging onto his opinions about Patreon, unless the commentary Illinois guy did was complete garbage like this particular video that you made and didn't do much to change his viewpoint. Not that it matters at this point, but still, paying attention, like I stated before, can do wonders.
So Illuminati Guy 34, you wanna go to war with me, especially with all the crap talking you have done on social media? Guess what? I hereby declare war on Illuminati Guy 34, you elitist scumbag. You make me regret ever warring with RJ Bansma. Therefore, I want to apologize to RJ for what happened. Here are some examples of Illuminati Guy 34 talking crap on me courtesy of his DeviantArt account. Oh boy, this one is golden. He finally acknowledges that the username I gave him is better than his actual username. That's something Encyclopedia Dramatica ought to take notice of if Illuminati Guy really screws up on YouTube and social media. Here's evidence of him getting butthurt over the issue I just talked about. This evidence was seen on a commentary by Half-Boiled Hero, who should rename his channel Hard-Boiled Hero. This evidence is based on Illuminati Guy's complaint on the bunch of pseudo-intellectuals commentary on John Enter's troll video. Illuminati Guy 34 went absolutely berserk over the people that commentated on it.
Okay, I will have to agree that Illinois guy is being a fanboy of John Enter. But here's the thing. He actually regrets doing that. He's actually... He is butthurt over the fact that people are doing commentaries on John, but still, he's still a good user no matter what happens. Just because one or two little things happen between Illinois guy doesn't mean he's a bad YouTuber.
I just find it somewhat amusing that you're trying to claim he's not a bad YouTuber, even though you presented points that proves otherwise, such as trolling, being a fanboy, raging, and just being irrational in general. Based on what you said, he sort of is a bad YouTuber, and you're contradicting your own point. I mean, if he does something that's considered bad, then doesn't that make him, I don't know, bad? That's like saying someone decides to pick their nose and claim not to be disgusting. But guess what? No matter how you look at it, it's still considered disgusting, and therefore, it makes that person disgusting. Not to mention you came off as a biased white knight of Illinois Guy 34. And also, didn't you say you weren't going to agree with BourgProductions anymore? This is like your third time agreeing with the guy since making that statement. At least you did make mention of Illinois Guy 34 regretting his immature behavior. But you should have just left it at that.
My God, are you one of the worst ranters I have ever seen in the entire community.
And you're one of the worst stutterers in the commentary community. I mean, 1 second you're about to say commentary, and the next you're struggling to say ranting. How about either re-recording the parts where you're stumbling over words, or use a script to make a better commentary?
Whether it was Ski Hound, Duke 86 Fan, The Masked Star Maker, and Hardboiled Hero, they all presented good points. Even Rhino Mills presented points in his video on John Enter. There was also some controversy courtesy of Gently Mirrors when Illuminati Guy 34 commentated on Rhino Mills as his true 5th commentary, and not his official 5th commentary. Since he counted his 6th commentary on me, don't that mean I'm his 7th victim?
He decided to call his official 5th commentary the 5th commentary because he decided that the video on Ryan was too bad for him to call it number 5. Seriously, dude, he actually regrets making that. Just like I said with Ryan, Ernie regrets making it.
Once again, you're being a biased white knight. Regardless if Illinois Guy 34 regrets making some video, based on sequential order, it still would be considered his 5th commentary. And what are you two blokes going on about this quote-unquote true 5th commentary bullcrap for? Somewhere in the midst, there's a severe lack of logic here. Because if he did regret making this particular video as you claim, then he should have just simply deleted it. And look at that, no more confusion or trying to twist numbers around.
Here's another problem I personally have with Illuminati Guy 34. When I introduced myself in one of my videos, back when I was warring with T-Bone 2004, mind you, he immediately laughed and he said how silly my voice is when his voice resembles I Wait commentary. Way to be such a hypocrite, Illuminati Guy 34.
Well, he laughed because your voice really is hilarious. And also, he doesn't have a silly voice. His voice is actually more mature. And also, like I said earlier in the video, he's not a ripoff of MacBoy Redux. My gosh!
Here we go again, countering opinions with opinions. And sure, you did say he wasn't a ripoff in regards to the comparison thing, but all you did was state how the two users have 2 different avatars or something like that, when that has nothing to do with the way that they sound. Oh, and to my surprise, you also said you weren't going to repeat this very statement, but look at you now, saying the very thing you vowed to never repeat.
That's like saying that Half-Boiled Hero is a ripoff of Dirt Bike Redden, because they basically have the same designs for their characters. Dear gosh.
You know, you're curious on what's wrong with BourgProductions. I'm curious on what's wrong with you. This entire commentary has just been an absolute disaster from the get-go. Somehow, avatars equate to how a person sounds. Yep, sounds perfectly logical to me.
At least I Wait commentary is funnier than you. If he commentated on my videos, he would have taken me a lot more serious than you did. That laughter of yours immediately killed the impact of your commentary on me. Next time you do a commentary on me, get serious, Illuminati Guy 34.
This point is pointless because he is always mature and serious in his commentaries. Like in his commentary on Ryan, his commentary on Jason, his commentary on Dinosaur Jr. Freak 1, his commentary on Jason with 2 other commentators, his commentary on you, his commentary, and his commentary on me. Seriously, dude, this point is pointless.
How would you like it if iWait Commentary laughed at your voice because it was similar to his? It would hurt you, wouldn't it?
I said this before, and I'm not going to repeat myself. He's not a ripoff of MacBoy Redux, nor does he even have the same voice.
Says he's not going to repeat himself, repeats himself directly afterwards. Bravo, Sean Sampson. You truly are one of the worst commentators I have ever had the displeasure of watching. This may be harsh, but it's the truth. You are a complete imbecile, dude.
Have you even watched both of their videos? Because they don't have the same exact voice.
I don't know though, if BourgProductions actually provided clips comparing iWait commentaries and Illinois Guy's videos, I'm pretty sure he's seen their videos.
Do you even have a brain?
Do you?
Now, in the light of me being a recent bandwagon of the commentary community, since the people of BOP are scared of me, I will say this though. Illuminati Guy 34 may have a couple of good videos out there, but why is he promoting Power Rangers, Transformers, and ponies? Oh yeah, to cover up the fact that he wants to kill people that oppose him, including myself.
When did Illinois Guy ever say that he would kill people? You know, I'm just asking because you can't elaborate.
What's grammatically correct is you need to elaborate or you have to elaborate.
I wouldn't be surprised if him and his entourage of representatives from the Illuminati try to find me and kill me. To be serious though, this war that I just declared on Illuminati Guy will probably be the Chris Boers and James Rolfe style war on logic. In other words, I'm the Chris Boers of the ranting community while Illuminati Guy 34 is the James Rolfe of the ranting community. We'll see who gets the upper hand in the years to come. Final message to Illuminati Guy 34 in this rant. If you keep on talking crap about me on DeviantArt, then I will make another rant on you. Keep giving me hate. You're just giving me leverage to expose you and your people. Anyway, this is BourgProductions with a rant on Illuminati Guy 34. Thank you and good day.
Now that the video is finally over, time to give out my final thoughts. This video was awful.
Both of these videos were awful. As a matter of fact, I think awful is an understatement.
I mean, the lack of research.
There's a lack of research. Really now. So, I guess all those screenshots, him providing some with some being in all caps, good points, links in his video description, and clips comparing 2 different users classifies as quote-unquote lack of research. It would have been understandable if you said that he did poor research though.
How he made me laugh so many times, and finally, his points were pointless.
His points were pointless, yet you agreed with about 3 or 4 of them, even though you said you wouldn't agree with his points anymore after the very first time you agreed with him. You want to talk about laughable. Your very video is the definition of laughable.
It's like he's trying to defend himself.
He is trying to defend himself throughout the entire video, actually. And even then, what's wrong with defending yourself? You said that as if it's a bad thing or something.
Well, here's some advice, Berg. Please take criticism, and please stop insulting people for having a patron. Seriously. You're acting so immature around people that have a patron. Gosh!
he did take criticism. You just don't know about it because you're behind in the times. And also, he doesn't rant on people who have a Patreon anymore, or rant at all for that matter. Now, granted, he still doesn't like people using Patreon for what he considers as unnecessary, but I digress. You want to talk about poor research? Sheesh.
So this is Sean Sampson, and I'm signing out. So again, if you have any requests for future commentaries, go onto my discussion box on my channel. This is Sean Sampson, and I'm signing out. Now, I'm going to go work on my next commentary. And my next commentary is going to be on Mike Johnson. Now, don't get me wrong, I think this guy is great, but his commentary on Future Blood was just a mess. So see you in that commentary. Sean Sampson, out.
After seeing what you're capable of when it comes to commentaries, I don't think anyone is going to request that you do a commentary unless they're just as delusional as you, and because it'll just turn out to be worse than the initial video itself. That is, unless you've improved since the making of this commentary, and I sincerely hope that's the case. His commentary was a mess. All I have to say is, look who's talking. Now I guess it's time for my final thoughts. First things first, for the love of God, use a script. Please do this if you want to continue making commentaries. Videos like the one I just commentated on cannot continue from you. You want to know how I destroyed you in this video? By utilizing a script. Second, learn to pay attention and present facts in your commentaries. I'm not saying that you can't state opinions, but you can't state your opinions as if they really are facts. Lastly, cut down on the contradictions. Do better research when it comes to your targets and actually think before you act or speak. Goodbye.